Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a video on my favorite drugstore foundations and concealers, and I'm also going to mention some of my not so favorite concealers. So if you're interested in this video, then keep watching. So first off, I'm going to start with my favorite drugstore foundation, which is the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. This is in the dewy smooth one, not in the matte version. Because I have dry skin, I use this one, but I know a lot of people also love the matte version. This foundation is so awesome. This is in 115 Ivory, which is a little dark for me right now, like in my winter months when I'm really pale. So I've been mixing it with some other foundations that are lighter in order to make it match me better, because I love this foundation, and what I really should do is buy more shades, but I haven't been able to. The only thing I really don't like is that it doesn't have a pump. It's just like an open thing like that. You just take it off, so I always have to pour it onto my hand or onto my finger and dot it around my face. But it gives me a nice dewy, luminous finish. It sits so nicely on the skin, it lasts all day, and it's medium to full coverage, and it's just such a good drugstore foundation. If you're looking for a drugstore foundation that's really good, I recommend that you try this out. It has a good color range, and it has for both skin types. So it has for dry skin, which is the dewy smooth, and it has for oily skin, which is the matte and poreless one. So I really recommend that you guys check this out because I love it so much. It's definitely my favorite. And then second, we have the L'Oreal True Match Lumi foundations. They also have for dry and oily skin. I feel this one is best for dry skin, the Lumi one. It gives you a nice luminous finish, kind of similar to the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. But I love this one too. I have two shades. I have Warm 1-2 and I have Warm 3, so W12 and W3. So this is my pale shade and this is my summer shade. And they also have the regular version that doesn't say Lumi, and it comes in like without a pump, and that's better for oily skin because I've tried that out and it just doesn't work well with my dry skin. So I would recommend that for oily skin, and this one for dry skin. And they also have different like undertones for the foundation. They have the W, which is warm, and then they have the neutral, which is N, and then they have the cool, which is C. So I thought that was really awesome for the drugstore to have such a variety for like all skin types, all skin tones, everything. So I really recommend this one as well. Another foundation that I have here to show you is another Maybelline one. We actually have a lot of Maybelline products in this video because they just have really awesome products. The next foundation is the Maybelline Superstay Better Skin Foundation. This is, I think this came out like in the summer, last summer. It's really awesome. It's, I definitely don't reach for it as much as I should because it is a really good foundation, but I do like those other ones more. So I do reach for those more, but this one's also really good. And they say that it's supposed to be skin transforming, that the more you wear this, you'll see like better results. I haven't noticed that. I don't wear it continuously enough to say that claim is true or not. But it's also a really good foundation. It gives you a nice satin finish. It's not as luminous as the other two, which is what type of finish that I prefer, so maybe that's why I don't reach for this one that much. But I think any skin type can use this. If you're natural or if you're oily, I think this is a good in-between that can work for both. But it's still a really good foundation. Next, I have two more Maybelline foundations. This is the Dream Velvet foundation that came out recently. They also sell like a sponge tip applicator that you're supposed to use to apply it. I've never tried it before. I heard mixed reviews on it. It's up to you if you want to try it out or not, but you have to buy it separately, so that's the only downfall. I would just recommend using any brush or sponge that you have on hand for this foundation. So this is quite different than the other two. This is like a moussey texture, so it's really thick. You can see that it doesn't fall down at all. It's really, really thick, very moussey, and it gives you like a nice matte finish. But surprisingly, it still works for dry skin. It still works for me. So it's not like super, super, super matte. If you're an oily skin person and you're looking for a super matte foundation, this is not the foundation for you. It's not that matte, but it's still a really good foundation. I feel like it doesn't sink that much into the skin. I feel like sometimes it just sits there. It doesn't look bad, but I just wish it blended in a little better. But it's okay. I think it's still a good option in the drugstore. And lastly, I have a BB cream to show you. So not necessarily a foundation, but it is really, really awesome. This is the Maybelline BB cream, and this is the pink one. I know they also have a blue one. I tried that one out. I don't like it as much because this one is more glowy. So I like this one a lot for my dry skin. How many times am I going to say dry skin in this video? But yeah, this is really, really good. I use this with a beauty blender. It's just a nice, lightweight foundation, well, BB cream. Even though it's a BB cream, I think it still gives pretty good coverage. Like light to medium coverage, but it still looks really, really good. Nice and natural on the skin. Really quick to use. If you're looking for a good BB cream, I would really recommend this one. I love it so much. Next, let's move on to concealers. So first, my all-time favorite concealer, which is from the same line of my all-time favorite foundation. Well, all-time, I don't know about all-time, but like in the drugstore, is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. This baby has been used up by me so much. Used, abused, but loved. I wear the shade 15 Fair. I'm like almost out of it. I don't know if you can see that. I'm like running out of it. It is so awesome. It's a doe foot applicator, which is my favorite kind of concealer. It goes on so nice and smoothly. It blends out flawlessly, and it gives you pretty good coverage under the eyes. You can also use it on your face. I mainly use concealers for under my eye. It's also really good, I heard, as a contour shade, so you can get a dark shade and just use it for contouring. I've never tried that, but I can imagine it'd be really awesome for that because it's so blendable and it just sinks into the skin so nicely. I love this concealer so much. Like, honestly, I don't know what I would do with this without this concealer. It is so, so good. It's so nice and creamy. Oh my god. Like, it is so nice and creamy, and it just blends out so nicely. I love it so much. So much. Next, I have another concealer that goes with one of the foundations. This is the Maybelline Better Skin Concealer. You see the trend. I love Maybelline. It is so awesome. So this also I don't use as much as my Maybelline Fit Me. I always reach for my Maybelline Fit Me. But this one's also really good. It's also really creamy. Pretty good coverage. I would say the Maybelline Fit Me has better coverage though, and it blends in a lot nicer. But this one's also really good. It still gives pretty good coverage. Yeah, really good. Next, I have the NYX HD Concealer, which is what I'm wearing today. I actually have been abandoning this baby. I just don't use it as much, but it's also really good. I feel this shade is kind of weird, but in a good way, because it has like very orangey, I don't know if it picks up on camera, but it's very peachy, orangey undertone. So it's good for the under eyes. It's going to cancel out the darkness. It's really nice. It blends out really nice and smoothly. It has pretty good coverage. I love it. It's really awesome. And next I have the very much raved about LA Girl Pro Concealers that are only $3. It's not within your local drugstore. Actually, and I've seen some stores carry it. I'm not really sure which ones. I saw one at a mall before, but anyways, mainly on the internet that you can buy these, but they're like $3. They're really, really great. The only thing that I hate is the applicator. It's like a brush tip applicator. I don't know if you can see that, but it's just a weird applicator, and you have to squeeze it for it to come out, and you have to be careful that not too much comes out, and you put it under your eye, and then it just like big blob of concealer. But they're really good. I have two shades here. I have Classic Ivory and I have Natural. Classic Ivory has more of like an orange peachy undertone, so it's good for correction, and then this is good for highlighting. Awesome concealers. A lot of people love them, and for good reason. Next, I have a concealer, well, corrector, that I am on the fence about. I'm not sure if I should put it on the good side or the bad side. I think it's like in between, and that is the NYX corrector. So I have mixed feelings about this corrector. I think it's good, but not the best corrector I've tried. My Erase Paste by Benefit I love a lot more, just because it's creamier. This one's a little thicker and not as creamy, so it can get a little bit dry under the eyes and it can cake up a bit. So I don't know where to put it. I like it, but I don't love it, so take it as it is. It's still a good corrector, but I have tried better. If you have really dry under eyes, you might not like this because it might cake up under there a bit, but it does have pretty good coverage. It does cancel out the blueness pretty well. So I don't know. Next, I have 3 that are not great, from the drugstore. 2 of them very much raved about, but I didn't like. I don't know, it just didn't work for me personally. I didn't like it personally. I don't think it's good personally. And it's these 3 right here. First off, Maybelline Master Conceal. Yes, a Maybelline product. Actually, 2 Maybelline products here. I didn't like this one that much. I don't know, maybe I have to give it another try. I haven't used it in a long time. It comes in like squeezy tube like this, and it's just like so thick, and like, I don't know, maybe my under eyes are just too awful for this concealer. It's just too thick. It doesn't blend in that great. It just cakes up under there a lot. I know you have to use a little bit goes a long way, but I don't know, I just don't like it. It just doesn't blend out. It just feels too cakey, too sticky, too like, I don't like it. Next, I have another Maybelline concealer, which is the Maybelline Instant Ager one, which also a lot of people have loved, talked about. I don't know, maybe mine is bad, maybe I got a bad one, I don't know, or it just doesn't work for me, it just doesn't like me. But my main issue with it that prevents me from even using it is the applicator, which looks gross right now, I'm sorry, but it's like a sponge tip, so like, I hate it. I hate using it because once you put it under your eyes, you drag it under there, it like drags around your foundation. It just doesn't feel good. It makes me feel weird. Just don't like it. And even when I have it on there and I try to blend it out, it just doesn't look good. It doesn't give me good coverage. It just didn't work out for me. It just didn't. I'm sorry. Please don't hate me. I just didn't like it. Another one which I barely ever hear things about. I don't know why I bought it. I really don't. I don't know why, but I hate it for the under eyes. This is the Revlon Color Stay Concealer. It's in a doe foot applicator. I mean, it looks promising. It looks good. Nice yellow shade that would look good for highlighting, for concealing. But no. It just, no. Cakes up under there. Creases like crazy. Not good coverage, does not blend, everything I want a concealer to do, this does not do. No, it doesn't. So what I do use it for is just to like prime my eyelids. I use it up there to make use of it because it just sits there doing nothing. So I put it on my eyelids to conceal my blueness on my eyelids, and it works out fine. Blend it out, set it with an eyeshadow, and whatever. But under the eyes, maybe spot concealing, maybe to hide some pimples. Even then, I'm not sure how great this will do. But yeah. So that's everything, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed my drugstore foundation concealer video. Some not so good products and some awesome products. I hope it gave you some insight on to what's in the drugstore and what you would like to try out. Leave down below your favorite drugstore concealers and foundations, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!